pounds. With a record of 29 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw, he has 18 of his wins coming by way of knockout. Having captured a world title at 140 and 147 pounds, Mario barrios. Once again, here's our...
Okay, gentlemen, everything on the orange up is going to be good. Bottom of the white letters up is good. You got my instructions in the back, gentlemen. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Touch them up. Back and forth.
Sometimes words aren't necessary. The crowd will tell you what this moment is all about as they await the first bell for Manny Pacquiao's return against Mario Barrios. Oh, Manny Pacquiao, and the difference is huge. Well, either way, this crowd has received Pacman's return in a big way, as you'd expect. You wonder what effect that will have on the judges, because anytime Pacquiao comes close to landing, you'll hear from the strong crowd in this arena.
And you even heard me as well when he landed that left hand. Landed on the arms of Barrios, but yeah, because yes, these first 2-3 rounds, we're going to see if the timing is still there for Pacquiao. That was his speed.
That was the one thing that was missing when I went to his public workout. It was the timing. That seemed to be off. I spoke to Freddie Roach about it. He says, look, the legs are still there, and tonight it's about a great left hand for Manny against a great right hand for Barrios. There's that left for Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, so far it's been clean from Manny Pacquiao. No punches thrown yet from Barrios.
Barrios still feeling out, Manny. But you have to believe this will be as quick, resourceful as Manny can be all night. And so far, he looks good, jabbing to the body consistently.
You know that Barrios does not want to make a mistake against the experience Manny Pacquiao that's been in there against him.
Barrios made no bones about it. He says the longer the fight goes on, the more it's favorable. And we know that Pacquiao needs to have this kind of quick start. Pacquiao split the guard during that sequence. Left hand speed is still there. And the right hand of Mario Barrios trying to establish some respect from the Pacman.
First right hand that Mario Barrios threw, and it landed flush on Pacquiao. And it seemed like it didn't hurt him, but definitely got him off balance.
Barrios trying to establish the jab.
And it almost seems like he wants Pacquiao to get some sense of confidence for him to come in.
And do something like that. Open up and then land a quick, sharp uppercut. There's that left for Manny Pacquiao. He's got to stay active with it, though. Manny's got to be able to move his feet consistently, something he couldn't do in the Ugas fight last time we saw him back in 2021. It's a nice jab from Manny Pacquiao, despite the 4H disparity. But it's the quickness that makes Manny Pacquiao dangerous. Against Ugas, he told members of his team, I could see the shots, I couldn't get there. Tonight, he's getting there.
Yeah, he is. Barrios not much punches thrown in this round, but the punches that he did throw were effective.
In 29 victories, you see Barrios now coming out to meet Manny Pacquiao in the center of the ring. Wants to establish the fact that he's the champion. Will this be the round after a feeling out round? He starts off with a good jab. He has to take the lead, meaning Barrios, with the output to control the terms of this fight. And really, as he said all week, make Manny look and feel like the older fighter.
Yeah. Again, it felt like the first round was definitely a study round for Barrios. He saw what he needed to see. He landed the right hand. Pacquiao comes in forward, opens up. So now it's Barrios trying to get the jab going. But again, Pacquiao, you see the old Pacquiao coming in with the flurry, stepping back, and getting back on that jab.
That was a quick 1-2 from
Bagsak na siya una eh. Tuloy mo pa. Sige.
Not only come back, but to also
Kaya mo yan.
but to do that, there's a lot that
Ayan o.
needs to be done.
Tangkad lang siya kasi. Matangkad eh. Pero lamang si Manny dyan. Lamang eh.
46-year-old Manny Pacquiao. Break him
Para
down.
kung pa yan. Oh, sige. Oo, yan o. Oh, sige siya.
Ill-intentioned counter right that Barrios wanted to
Abot na yan. Oh, sige. Oh, magkamuso ko yan. Sige.
counter Barrios. So there's an
Wala.
answer for Barrios now in the second
Yan o.
round.
Barrio siya. Magbabarrio ka talaga.
But
Oo.
Pacquiao's landing some shots too. And let's not
Ayun,
forget, guys, Manny Pacquiao, 60% step power. He outmapped
Yan,
out
oh.
people talking
Oh,
about in the sparring
yeah.
sessions
Yeah.
that he was hurting people.
And once again,
Ay,
he's
yari
a
ka yan.
bigger fighter.
Oh, yan o.
Barrios' team said they wanted him to come in at around 168 pounds on fight night.
Yan, kupi lang.
Remember, Barrios hasn't been on the fight at this
Round
level
two,
exactly.
round two
He's
na.
been on the pay-per-view level twice and losses to Gervonta Davis and Keith
Yan o.
Thurman. And he talked so much this week about what he
Oo,
learned from
oo.
those in terms of maturity, education,
Tulos,
patience.
tulos. Ay, sus ah.
Pacquiao was
Yan
patient
lang
and
o.
right, which is not his MO. He's a
Warning,
big
warning.
left-hand guy, but early on he
Bakit
was seen
agad?
as a one-handed
Yan.
puncher.
Oh. Sige. Oops. So, time out, time out. Okay, yan na. Ulit.
Manny Pacquiao.
Oh. Ay, tapos siya. Perkat na.
Barrios starting off with a jab, using his height advantage and reach advantage.
Wala, hindi obra yan. Oh. Round 3 na tayo. Round 2. Round 2. Bagsak siya agad
Offense was
eh.
such a key to the confidence and execution of Mario Barrios. And remember, that was Barrios' original trainer when he turned pro in 2013. They went 16-0 together. They parted ways. And since they returned in 2023, you've seen a more confident Barrios that's 3-0-1 overall, including winning a world title.
Magay mong mukha niya. Ayan o. Oh. Serious na. Oh, natamaan sige. Sige. Kaya mo naman eh. Kaya mo yan.
And he looked like he was motioning to Barrios, telling him to raise the punches after a couple were on that belt line.
Barrios
Yes.
says, hey, you're not the referee. That guy's got to tell me what to do.
Well,
Huwag
that's
mo
a
na
key part of
pabutan
it.
ng
We're
round
gonna wait
12.
for this turning point where
Banatan mo na
Barrios
banaran.
stops respecting Pacquiao. That could either be the point that
Ayun,
he begins his
ayun,
undoing
sige.
against Hall, or that
Naatras eh.
downhill ride as the younger
Ayaw
man
kasi
with
dumikit
the
eh.
younger legs.
And
Dikitan
when
mo.
you come to that word respect, these both warriors have been
Alam
touching
niya,
up gloves
pan
at the
lang eh.
beginning of each round as a sign of
Yan.
respect. But Barrios said, I have to lose that respect. And his
Barrios
trainer Bob
talaga siya.
Santos said, look, at the end of the day, I need my guy to have a killer instinct. Because you ask
Yeah.
guys like Oscar De La Hoya, Antonio Margarito,
Oh.
Eric Morales, Marco Antonio Barrera, what happens when you don't match this guy's killer instinct? It doesn't end
Puro
well.
cover kasi. Oh. Oh, natamaan. Saan? Saan? Sigmura. Okay. Sige, kaya pa yan. Malayo sa atay yan, Manny.
Before the fight started, he's very particular
Malayo
about
sa
that.
atay. Kaya mo yan.
Honorable
Oh.
referee of Thomas Taylor's pedigree.
Yeah, and for me, guys, I don't think it's much so the respect that Barrios is showing for Pacquiao right now. I think it's just like he's
Lagaw yun. Ito siya.
got the jab going. Okay, he's trying to land the body. He's landed a couple.
Huwag mo siyang
But at the same
lalayo.
time, he does not want to make mistakes.
Kukal sige.
There's a nice leaping left there from Manny Pacquiao. There's that jab.
Madadali
Taken
na.
away
Oh.
from the jab of Manny Barrios. He's just too slow on the defensive end tonight.
Barrios talaga siya. Kunti
Pacquiao's
lang.
gonna fade. So he believes in hopes.
Round 3 pa lang tayo. Round 3.
Barrios has a 4-inch reach advantage, but he's
Round
6
3 pa lang tayo, guys.
height
Ayan.
advantage. The tallest opponent at 6 foot even that Manny has yet to face.
Buti ka. Magandang bigitan. Yan. Bigitan mo. Di ba? Layo na siya. Awat.
If anyone can make history once
Round
again,
4.
it's the
Round
man in
4
the
tayo.
black trunks with the orange
Yan, eh.
trim. The man you know by just one
Hindi
name.
na
That's how you
yan.
know an athlete is
Oh,
made.
napaka-mahal
If you're
siya.
Pelé, if you're Maradona, if you're Cristiano, well, if you hear the name Manny,
Haba kasi bias ni Barrios.
you're not thinking Manny Machado.
This jab right here, everyone
Ano lang.
loves Manny.
Uy, muntik ka na, Manny.
One of those stiff
Muntik ka na, huwag kang didikit, Dahil pag dumikit ka dyan, mayari ka dyan. Alam mo lang siya, titikan mo lang ba? Titikan. Ano, yan, huwag kang didikit. Pag dumikit ka dyan, mayari ka. Ano lang siya, kaya mo lang siya ganyan. Oh. Tapos sabay mo banatan. Haba si BS niya eh, kaya walang didikit dyan. Didikit niya. Sige.
Barrios not yet throwing a lot of punches like Ugas did against Manny Pacquiao.
Hirap siya dyan, dahil makon ka.
There it is every time that
Yan, sinunod-sunodin mo kasi. Fernando po yung ginagawa mo, Fernando po mo. Banatan na banatan. Layo pa yan. Round 4 pa lang. Layo pa pa. Kailangan ko lang sa kalate. Yun, nabali. Magpit lang. Lalayo na siya, mani-mani daw. Oh, yun, banatan niya. Sisigaw na ng audience, mani. Pagka daw sa baywang, madaya eh. Itirang sa baywang eh. Kaya pa, kaya. Ulit. Oh, ipit na. Kasi pag nag-ano ka sa tagiliran dyan, bagsak ka dyan. Time out muna tayo. Okay, round 5. Round 5 na tayo guys. Oh, sige. Barrios eh. Pwede na yung taktak ni Barrios eh. Oh, yun, magagusto ko, yun. Yan, ganyan, Fernando po. Sunod. Para hindi siya makapagkagad, open. Close. Pag open niya, banatan mo sunod. Layo pa yan, sige. Buti mo lang ng round 6 lang, yan, bagsak na yan. Ayan, ganyan, ikisigis lang, ganyan. Atras muna, kasi kumukuha lang yung chip yung Barrios eh. Yun, ito mo, mahaba ang bias siya kasi. Kaya pag naka-open ka, yun, madali siya. Madali siya sa kaliwa. Kami na pangalawa, uppercut pa agad. Malayo. 1 minute and 34 seconds. Ayan, katira. Magbanting na kagad. Okay. Yun. Tira. Okay, sunod mo. Babagsak din yan. Obra. Yan o. Oops. Ka. Pagdidikit. Pag dumikit ka dyan, magdadali ka. Lalayan mo lang. Lalay. Okay, babagting na. 30 seconds. 30 seconds na lang. 26 seconds. Kami na ba natin? Sige. Ano? Kukwambul yan. Oop. Ay. 10. Oh, nice. Sorry. Balikin na. Oh, yan. Sunod na. Balikin na. Wala pa. Ayun. Balikin na. Ilang round na tayo. Ay, browse na tayo.
When he's throwing three-punch combinations, he's finishing with his
Ay,
hands
browse
down
pa,
a little bit
browse.
off balance, which is something we're not used to seeing in a Pacquiao fight.
Yeah, no, of course not. But, being smart, Pacquiao, he doesn't
Ah,
want to
6
get
rounds na
himself
pala
leave
tayo.
everything in one round. So,
na.
whenever he sees an opportunity, he lets those hands go. 4 punches.
3 seconds lang pala
6, 7
yung...
combinations. And then the
3 minutes
sidestep
lang pala
that
yung
we're
bawat
used to seeing
round.
from Manny Pacquiao.
That's a big part of it, the footwork to exit. That's why he looks so,
Yeah.
let's just say it, old against Ugas.
Yun! Lumipit siya. Tamas. Solid yun eh. Solid. Yun! Yan! Sunod-sunod mo. Huwag mo siyang tantanan. Yan. Oh, diba? Lumipit siya. Magay mo yung kanya. Yung ilong niyang matulis. Ano na, i-flat mo.
Oh, nice jab from Barnes. That was stiff and right in the face of Manny Pacquiao.
Ayun, atras siya, diba? Atras siya.
Say that, and don't forget,
Ayun,
Santos is an accomplished trainer. He's been in many
Oh, cover. Naghahanap siya ng butas eh.
He knows Pacquiao.
Cover ka lang yung cover.
Knows Pacquiao. And
Yan.
that played a big role in their preparation.
Oh, Manny. Oh, yun. Dikit ko ka, dikit. Okay.
Close to the chin.
Ang dali ka dyan. Ang didikit dyan, oh. Pag dumikit ka dyan, buwag mo yung gabi. Tapos lang. Sige.
16-punch connected
Hey.
managed to
Oh, yun. Oh, ang gusto ko. Yung Fernando po.
Barrios not making him pay.
Yeah. Oh, di ba? Sinali mo.
Shoulder there to get Manny Pacquiao off. You wonder how many of these surges is Pacquiao going to have each round as this fight goes on.
Huwag madaya, Barrios, huwag madaya.
And you can see how Pacquiao talks
Huwag
to
kang
Barrios. And
didikit
that's where
gano.
we saw it when Bob Santos says, do not allow him to referee this fight.
Oh, counting na naman. 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Let's say break.
Oh, Manny Pacquiao was
Eh,
Yeah.
ano na lang, para mabilis.
and the muscle memory, right? And you were just, okay, I'll break.
Nice stiff jab
Oh,
there.
16.
Barrios. That's a jab.
Oh, 10. Counting na. Yan, sige. Nabulan ka agad. Oh, hindi ka pa na. Ayun, oy, muntik na.
Success, and he's had it.
Round 7 na tayo, guys.
Joe Goosen at the midway point of this fight. What do you
Sige lang. Sige.
Give you the score first one. I think Manny won the first 2 rounds. I thought Barrios won the next 3. And I think the last one, maybe Pacquiao eked it out with that combination at the end of the round.
Ano pa, buti ng round 10, round 12.
That being said, look, Manny's hanging tough for a 46-year-old right now. He's in his fight. He hasn't really got hurt. His balance isn't beautiful anymore.
Huh?
But he's still, his legs are still moving. That's a good combination he threw there. It's going to impress the judges. It just impressed me.
Uy, sige, kumatik na.
Barrios has got to get those back. Or else Manny's on top by 2 combinations.
Sige, timingan mo lang, timingan mo. Kaya mo yan.
But look, maybe at 46 years old, it's
Uy! Dali ko. Huwag kang didikit kasi, huwag kang didikit.
in the second half of this fight. But we'll see.
That's the expectation. Thank you very much, Joe. But Barrios will have to get to his average of 20 power punches thrown per round because through 6 rounds, he hasn't topped 19 power punches thrown in
Kaliwa
a
ka
single
na
round.
si Barrios eh.
There's some
Kaliwa
good
ka.
surges there from Pacquiao. Right hook, but Freddie Roach telling him in the corner, we need 5-6 punch combinations. He said, this fight could be over.
You
Magana yung mukha niya. Magana.
Pacquiao on the flip side.
Tingnan lang yan. Mamamagana yung mukha niya.
How effective it was for him.
Hindi yan na obra.
See what Pacquiao's doing. He's moving to his right now. Explain why that's so important.
So he's moving to his right. He's taking that right away.
Pagdikit mo, sabay ba na itong Fernando po? Yan, oh, ganyan, yan, yan. Kasi galing yung Mayos eh. Kasi yung Mayos si Barrios eh.
But he can't land the jab though from there.
Wala, may na siya eh. Mabagal si Barrios.
This really is, as Joe said, remarkable that we're seeing Pacquiao at this age
Ano,
after this
oh,
layoff.
yan, ganun.
Also finding uneven turns
Sige,
here.
ganun mo lang. Oo, di ba? Kasi makobra pag sunod-sunod eh.
Pacquiao, they're in the center of the ring. Manny Pacquiao
Pagawin mo lang punching bag siya. O, count lang naman tayo, 30 seconds. Ito lang, ayan. Nagkakon siya eh, magaling siya ng iwas eh.
And in the pro Manny Pacquiao fight
10 seconds.
inside the MGM Grand Garden
Counting mo
Arena,
naman.
Barrios
Tapos yung 7.
keeping his cool, but at some point he needs to
Uy, tapos yung
establish
7.
himself after Mares.
Count, number 8 na tayo. Round 8 na.
Brian Campbell, a Hall of Famers. Jim Gray, Joe Goosen, and our very own host, Brian Custer, on the call today.
Yan.
Nice straight left,
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao. He's finding spots for his quick shots here.
The timing is
Tagal din si Barrios na tumba eh.
Impressed. 46-year-old man, the timing's there. I mean, he talked about it. He said it. The training camp was good. Everything was working perfect. And we're seeing it right now. The fight really close. As we're seeing 66, 67 in favor of Manny Pacquiao.
Search with a photo. CC gives.
Look, he may look like a 40-year-old, but he's not that 40-year-old we saw against Jordan Sugata. He's nothing near a 46-year-old through 8 rounds tonight.
I think some of that is Pacquiao.
Uy, nalilid siya. Pagdidikit kasi, huwag pagdidikit.
If he's unfocused, if he's not putting in the work, sometimes you get a different Pacquiao. I think that's what we saw with the loss to Jeff Ford in 2017. Look what happened when he came back 2 years later. Looked completely different. Going through Broner and third.
Yeah, listen, there was that question. Even Mario's had, why did Manny Pacquiao choose me? Why me? Why
At
not
parahin
me?
na lang yan.
Well, I'm going to give you a simple answer. I think that Barrios waits too much. He takes his sweet time, and he's giving Pacquiao these opportunities
Pagod
to
na.
go in with the flurries.
Pagod si Manny,
Take his
pagod
time.
na.
He does not put the pressure for this older man. So that
Yep.
is the answer. If Barrios was able to pressure and throw a lot more punches like Ugas did, it would be a whole different story.
And that's
Uy.
a temperament issue.
Yes.
Nakakot kamay niya.
It's not the cure against Pacquiao. It's
Manny, Manny, oh. Oh,
You can't give Pacquiao an inch here.
yun.
He'll take
Nagdaan
off
siya.
more.
Yeah.
Look at that, he's giving you enough space, time to think, Barrios. Pacquiao, he's taking it, he's taking a breather.
Oh, yun. Dali siya.
That's as much as
Oh.
nice right hand. The left hand was partially blocked by Barrios, who's been very responsible defensively tonight.
Kandidikit
Made
kasi,
very few
kandidikit
mistakes.
yun.
Remember what Pacquiao revealed this week? He didn't pick Barrios. His wife Jinky did.
Dahil sa umiwas eh.
Barrios' last fight, the draw without the
Yun.
rounds.
Nadali.
Saying, I think you can beat that guy.
Yan, magkakon siya.
So far, it's looking that way. It's a close fight.
Kunti na lang, kunti na lang.
Here at this point in his career, unbelievable that Manny's still here at this point in this fight.
Ito sa gas na. Oh, 40, 10. Kaldi yun. Gusto yun. Sunod mo. Yun. Hindi siya makabla. Oh, yun. Yun, yun. Yun, gusto mabalat. Oh, oh, yun. Oy, kayan.
What it takes.
Kampi na tayo.
It's usually the wife who tells you the true version of who you are.
Kampi na,
When it's been at
kampi.
your worst.
You're so hot as he won't tell you the truth. And if Jinky said it, Manny Pacquiao, you got what it takes.
Oh, sa makobra eh. Pagka sunod-sunod eh.
Wonder though, is there a little fool's gold in there? That was a down performance from Barrios in his own opinion. He said he was
Oh,
able
diba?
to training
Siya
camp.
makasuntok eh. Pag
And he
sunod-sunod.
definitely faded down the second
Barrios
half.
eh.
He's got to prove tonight that he is that younger fighter in command in the championship
Yari ka
round.
dyan.
So far, through 8 rounds at the beginning of round number 9, stamina not
Yes, yes, yes. Oh. Yan, ganyan.
His legs look. Will he still have that spring in his step? And so
Ganun
far,
yung
Abner,
uppercut
you
na
have a better eye
matulog.
for this. What are you seeing?
I'm seeing a really
Hindi na magising.
energized Manny Pacquiao. This is the 9th round. He's throwing a lot of punches.
Oh,
He's
diba?
moving a lot. And
Wala yan sa kwado. Lakas pa din namin. Wala yan sa edad.
doing a lot more than Barrios.
Look, only Pacquiao knows how much is
Walang
truly left
pagbabago
in the tank.
yung galaw ni Manny.
Here's the combination of this crowd and the passion Pacquiao has for this sport. Is that enough to lift him to victory?
I think so.
Di ba, cover na siya. Oo. Hindi siya makover.
It's just the numbers are
Cover na lang siya na-cover dyan eh.
here in the last
Takot pa siya sa tamaan mukha niya. Yung ramdam niya yung sakit
and
eh.
he's just not finding answers.
Oh, nagtawag niya ito eh. Layo, layo. Ay, atras siya eh. Oh, siya. Oh, ito mo. Yun eh.
They may not be 6 punch
Oh,
players,
sige.
but they are 3 and 4 punch combinations from the pack.
And it's enough to give Barrios down. It's enough to discipline him just
Nga nga
enough
pa rin
to
yung
prevent
Barrios
him
ng
from letting go
pang-upper
those
eh.
combinations, including
Kaya
that straight right
didikit
hand.
dyan. Pag na-chimpion ka yan.
What they're seeing in the ring with their own
Itlap mo yung ilong niyang matulis. Ito na lang.
I'm strong, wrong, bigger. I gotta start pushing this old man back. It's not there yet.
There's 35 seconds left in this 9th round. And
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
round, Bob Santos told Mario Barrios,
Kanto na. 30 seconds na lang.
rounds from you. Because this happens. The crowd gets going and Manny gets going.
Oh, ito na.
Let's see what kind of response Barrios has.
Na-atras kasi si Barrios eh.
There it is, right on cue. The jab is totally gone from
Ayan, countdown na ulit.
That's what was dictating
Ayan, ito na yun.
the fight in the beginning.
That allows Pacquiao to get close to land these shots.
Yun! Ikaw lang katapos, tsaka nagbabanatan. Alam nga naman na. Oh, daming fans oh. Oh, daming nanonood.
Thomas Taylor is all like, I'm taking it. If you guys can't fix it, I'm fixing it.
All of this will just benefit Pacquiao
Ilang
and
pa na
Barrios
lang.
as well, but this is what
na lang.
Pacquiao
2
needs.
rounds na lang.
Using all the tricks of the book right now, Manny. You have to.
Round 10 na.
And let's see how
Round
Thomas
10,
Taylor
round 10.
reacts to that cheekiness in the corner
Dalawang
of
round
Manny
pa lang.
Pacquiao because he doesn't play any games.
Ayan, baka na matindi dyan.
Over there for Mario Barrios.
Round
The
10 na
instructions
yun.
from Bob Santos was to come out and dominate these last 3 rounds. These are the championship rounds. And our unofficial scorer,
Final na yan,
Barry
final na.
Alford, has Manny Pacquiao up 87-84. So Barrios needs all
Oh.
the last 3 rounds just to get a draw. What's your score look like
Ano
right
siya?
now?
Oh, hindi makakan.
Favor of Manny Pacquiao, and you gotta wonder how many close rounds just by that
Manalo
explosion.
dito, sino kayo manalo?
Lead
Oh,
Manny's way.
We talked about the
uy,
sentimental favor.
uy, ano ba?
These judges are human. They know what they're experiencing. They know what they're living. And that's the difficulty of separating yourself.
Uy, nagbakbakis na niya.
Exactly what he did there. Throw flurries, connect, and push Pacquiao back.
Ay, ito dyan, magkabigit. Bangatin mo lang. Oh. Ang kasunod chimpo.
Barrios is not executing. He's not let the right hand go. There it is, the jab. He's got to get it going again. Get the rhythm, get the momentum.
Kumukuha pa siya. Ayan.
Look, it's one thing if you're 46 and you're only relying on power to stay relevant.
Uy, yun.
Pacquiao is out.
Uy, yun, yun. Gusto ko yun. Fernando ko. Sunod-sunodin mo. Ayan, ba? Tawag ko na siya. Tawalay mo niya siya. Hindi na kaya yan. Uy, yun, yun. Sunod-sunodin mo. Ayan. O, diba? O, yun. O. Nakagaga.
That age is just a number. I think he's proving that he is a true one of one with this performance so far.
Walang. Konting na ulit.
Using all the tricks, all the experience.
Hirapan kasi.
He's on his toes. 10th round and Manny Pacquiao is so elusive still with this.
Pag dumikit lang siya dyan.
Shades of Sugar Ray Leonard over marvelous Marvin Hagler. Still a lot of
Ay,
boxing
kamping
to
ulit.
go here. We've got 6 minutes and 20 seconds
Oh,
left
6 minutes na
for
lang.
history to be made. And
Walang
it's still
remaining
up in
na
the
lang.
balance. There's a lot of rounds that could have gone either way here. So neither can feel like I've got this fight in the
Nabibigit
bank.
kasi.
The
Oh,
championship
patik-patik
round
na.
will be crucial here at the
Pang-down
MGM
na ulit.
Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas.
Yun, oh.
And what a privilege it is to call
Woo! Ay,
16th fight in this
Round.
building. And this man knows that the
replay,
judges
replay.
have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, definitely do.
And this is Barrios. Excuse me. This is Barrios' moment to listen to his corner and his trainer Bob Santos and let respect go out the window and let your hands go.
Really important 3 rounds for both sides. Really close fight. Really simple as that. Manny Pacquiao took a step back. He said something, and he stopped.
Oh, yun na.
Barrios.
That was a short right hook from Manny Pacquiao. Now he's starting to dart in. That's
Oh, yun. Madali siya. Dali siya.
openings for Manny Pacquiao.
Oh,
Like that one.
mahal din.
Look at the right downstairs.
That's a good body shot. Give and take action here in round 11.
Uy.
Right. Pacquiao switching things up, and now he's got Pacquiao on the back foot.
No matter how this fight ends, this is the
Last round na. Last round. Ilang minuto na lang.
Manny Pacquiao, the 46-year-old legend, champion, people's
Oh,
champion,
ito,
fighting
dito.
the way he is. Oh my God, my ultimate respect.
Lakas din.
Came back after a 4-year layoff.
Oh,
What did that feel compared to what you're seeing in the ring tonight?
Nothing compared to
Kaya
what
kung yan,
when I came back for 4 years.
tapos
After
sabi
4 years,
yun.
I was missing a lot, off timing, and I have not seen any of that with Manny Pacquiao.
Another right hand.
Oh, yun. Dadali siya.
Combination following up.
This is where he has the position.
Sige na. Sige na. 30 seconds.
Love the work of Barrios up to this point.
Hilig sa kwan dyan.
See, Barrios, once he has something going for him, he's steady shots. Once he stops.
Oh. Uy.
On the jab from Mario Barrios, and that's what he did. Quieted the crowd just as they were getting going. That's the
Ito
one thing
natin
he's
yung
done the
video.
last 3
Nagka
rounds is quiet the crowd just as they're crescendo.
10 seconds. Uy.
Manny Pacquiao.
Someone's got to seal the
Hey.
ground.
Yun. Sunod-sunod na. Ayun. Diba? Ayun. Putik na yan.
Round number 11.
Final decision. Final round. Yan. Bakbakan na talaga dyan. Yan. 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 Bakbakan talaga yan. Kaya na ito magkakaalaman. Yun na. Sige. Round 12 na. Round 12 na. Ito na lang.
When he's not showing any signs of
He's already proved his point that Pacquiao, win or lose. The point that he's not yet done with boxing. And boy, is he.
74 to 69. Power punch land advantage. And there's
Yun mo.
75 for Manny Pacquiao. That's straight left. It's going to be about experience. It's
4
going to be
minutes.
about
Ayan.
It's going to be about desire. It's going to be about feeding off the crowd. It's going to be about
Oo.
who wants to win tonight.
Dikta mo. Dikta mo. Hindi.
Manny Pacquiao's the one that's dictating right now.
Oh,
even though
tigas eh.
Barrios came back with that.
Pagdidikit.
That was a good angle from Mario
Oh.
Barrios. And once again, the lead
Nagdali ka eh.
right
Oo.
is
Diba? Ayun. Naghahabol yun. Oh. Diba? Yakap siya. Takot siya eh.
really both of them have done a great job.
Pagka pa ako dyan, dahil yung panaraw na yan, baka matsambang ka. Yun o. Hindi na didikit ka, naramdaman yung sakit eh. Okay. Eh, 1 minute, 1 minute.
Rhythm of fight benefits Pacquiao right now.
Bisa na ako. Pagod na rin kayo. Ayun! Sunod-sunod lang yan eh.
Last round.
Yan
Change
o.
your life last round, but we're not seeing that from Barrios.
Oh. Mga balo ha. Mga balo ko yung mga laban ko.
Soon might be how will this win change Pacquiao's legacy if it happens here.
Tingnan lang. Hey! 30 seconds. Baka na, 10 seconds. Yan, sige.